Hello my crafty friends, this is card number 31 in my full deck challenge. The idea I had for this card didn't exactly work out as I had imagined, so I made some changes near the end which I thought suited the card better. You'll soon see what I mean. To start off, I'm covering the whole face of the playing card with a piece of text from an old book. I've done it at an angle just to add a little bit of additional interest, and I've stuck this down with Mod Podge. You could also use craft glue or gel medium or even a glue stick. I'm distressing the edges with some distress ink. This color is called Walnut Stain. I'm making it darker than I normally would and covering a bigger area. I'm not just doing it on the very edge, I'm letting the color go in further into the card. This is because we're going to cover it with some texture paste soon, and I want this to shine through slightly. If it's too light, you won't be able to see it. Once the ink is dry, I'm going to put some texture paste through a stencil. I've chosen this one that's quite symmetrical, but you could use any stencil that you have. And I'm going to apply the texture paste with a small palette knife. I'm going to cover the whole area. Once I lift the stencil, I actually quite like the card as it looks now. I'm going to work on it some more, but I think this might be an idea for a future card. Plain, simple and quick. To decorate this card, I'm going to use a lovely new product, well, new to me, called ArtStacks. I will put the link below. These are ready to cut printables that you can use in your projects. They come in different themes. I chose anemones and friends, and I'll show you quickly what is inside the packet. They are printed on a very good thick cardstock, so when you cut them out, they're not flimsy and they're really easy to use. Look at these fun colors, the butterflies, the poppies and the pinks, the beautiful blues and purples. This pack also includes this printed tissue paper. And then there's full areas of these poppies in a black and white and with a beautiful red. And some more images for fussy cutting. And there's also a sheet of sentiments. So it's everything you need in one pack, and that can be used multiple times for multiple projects. You don't have to go scouring the internet to find printables to cut out. These are all ready for you. The links, like I said, are below. I'm just deciding if I want the blue or the pink, and I'm thinking the blue is going to work well. So I'm going to cut out the flowers that I've chosen as the decoration for this card. Once they're cut out, I'm just going to work on placement just to see how I want my focal point to be. And I'm cutting out one of the sentiments. Be sure to smell the flowers along the way. Once I'm happy with the placement of my focal point and my sentiments, I'm going to glue everything down. I'm using Mod Podge. I wanted a wet adhesive for this part so I can move around the different objects and get them in the right position. If you notice, I've stuck the flower down with the top petals sticking up the top a little bit and the stem down at the bottom. I don't like everything always just on the card face. I do like things spilling over. I think it gives it good dimension. You don't have to do this, it's optional, but I like my cards to not always be the shape of the card. I like things to come off the page, and I think it creates good balance. Once I glued everything down, I realized that my focal point, which are the flowers, and the sentiments didn't really stand out that much, and I wanted them to. So I decided to add some black around the edging to make them pop more. I'm currently using a watercolor pencil in black that I'm just dipping the point of in some water and then going around the edging. I'm then using a fine paintbrush with water just to try and blend that in. So it'll be darker near the edging of the sentiments or the flowers, and it'll blend out to become lighter. I don't want to totally lose the background design that I have and that beautiful texture. To balance out the white of the background of the sentiment, I'm going to add some white in the flower, just in the center. I'm going to make little dots with an acrylic marker just to bring in some more of the white on the other side of the card. I feel that balances it out. At this point, I thought I was done. Let me show you a close-up. But then the more I looked at it, the more I realized that I wanted those flowers to pop more. They were drowning in the background. And although I really like the texture of the background, we're going to lose some of it because I decided to put more bold black behind the flowers, more solid, so that the flowers really pop off the card. I'm using black acrylic paint and a thin paintbrush to go around the edging of the flowers and some of the sentiments. It'll be darker on the left behind the flowers, and it'll lighten up as it goes past the sentiments. I know people freak out when they see me applying black or such a bold color because they think I'm ruining it. Don't be afraid to use darker colors or even black. What's the worst that could happen? It could be a disaster and you start again. Is that really that bad? That is how we learn, how we grow, and how we explore different techniques and different textures and colors. So I'm quite liking the darker colors. Some might think it was maybe too much. I think those blue flowers are really popping off now, and I'm really much happier with this decision. Yes, I agree. Some of the texture that we created on the background paper is being lost, and that's okay. We'll use that technique on another card with a different kind of focal point that'll make it work. Sometimes the way we plan something or the way we think about it in our head isn't the way it turns out, but that's okay. I think it's all part of the experimental process. A lot of these cards that I make, I actually am doing something for the first time too. We're learning together, and I share everything with you, even my messes that I make, because I think it's important that we learn from each other and inspire each other. And always know it's okay to mess it up, and it's okay that it doesn't look how you want it to look. It's art, it's a way to explore and to expand. Just give it a go and have fun. Let me know in the comments if you think it looks better with a darker background or if you preferred it before I added the black acrylic paint. I'm adding a bit of definition around the sentiments. I'm using a black fine liner pen to mark around the edging. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can subscribe to my channel. I have lots more videos coming, tutorials, full deck challenge, process videos, flip throughs, everything and anything. Also, don't forget to hit the little notification bell so you're notified every time I upload new content. I really hope you enjoyed this video and were inspired to create your own. Don't forget to join my group on Facebook for this full deck challenge called the Full Deck Challenge Group. I'll see you again soon. Bye.